So remember when I said I think we still need physical copies for games? I'm saying that there should still be an option for both. Don't cut out physical copies. Well, I definitely still think that, considering that now is a time where everyone is stuck at home and digital is king. You're probably wiping off Doritos crumbs off your shirt thinking I'm the idiot. But am I? Am I though, you sloppy pig? Get a plate, you're the idiot. All jokes aside, let's continue this physical copies versus digital debate. The reason why I bring this topic up is because CD Projekt Red recently shared some information from their shareholder meeting saying that Cyberpunk is still slated for September no matter what. This is a super bold claim because we don't even know what's going to happen to the world next month, let alone September. I mean, summer 2020 has already been canceled. CD Projekt Red making this statement suggests that the game might have a purely digital release. And because of the times we're living in now, people are thinking about the future of gaming, which begs the question, should games just drop digitally and call it a day? That side of the argument is valid. Physical copies have not been doing great this generation. Look at right now, if it wasn't for digital copies, a lot of us wouldn't have shit to play. According to Statistics Tracker, in 2018, 83% of all computer and video games were sold in digital form, and in contrast, only 17% of video games were sold in physical form. Oh damn. Yeah, physical copies are getting f***ed up. You might be thinking, if there's that much of a divide, then why don't physical copies just die? But you can say the same thing about record labels still making CDs and movie studios still making DVDs. But wait, those are getting killed too. Maybe that's not that good of a point. But wait, before we dismiss physical copies, we need to look at context. One of the problems I found with the data from Statista was that it conflicted with the data from the UK's Entertainment Retailers Association, which reported that 80% of game sales were digital in 2018, although that number included content like costumes and in-game currency, not just the games themselves. Then you have the sales of EA Sports FIFA still generating 75% of core sales from discs in 2018, according to the UK report. Overall, industry sales need to consider the rise of apps too. A 60% drop in physical sales from 2009 to 2017 seems dramatic, but consider the revenue sources. That's not only Xbox and PlayStation involved, skewing the numbers, making the total loss difficult to pin down. I'm not sure why they are doing this, but it's happening. Also, check this out. A 2018 report from Nielsen states a majority of game consumers prefer physical. The major takeaway is somebody, or everybody, is fucking lying, and the truth lies somewhere in the middle. I know there's a lot to take down, pause. But basically, some of the numbers are skewed, making it look like physical copies are on their deathbed, when that's not the case. So before we say screw physical, why not keep it around? It's better to have an alternative than to have no alternatives. Matter of fact, I actually think what's happening with COVID-19 is the reason why we still need physical copies. What happens if at some point we can't download games online? We can't always rely on the servers to allow us to get into the online store. I mean, we're already dealing with slower internet speeds and connection issues on a large scale because everyone is playing. What if you just want to play and not deal with the bull? Another reason that we should is because of the fact that most people don't know about, which is these games have a licensing agreement. When that agreement ends, the game will get pulled from the marketplace, never allowing players to buy the game ever again. Now, what are you going to do if you get nostalgic and want to play that obscure game from back in the day? If you don't have a physical copy or you never downloaded it previously, you're out of luck. This agreement also affects little aspects of games. For example, on GTA, some songs can get pulled from the radio. Same shit happens with television. You could watch a show on television and a song gets played during a certain scene, right? Then when the show goes up on Hulu, a different generic song is played because they don't have the licensing. I know this is little, but I want to be getting turned to future while doing drive-bys. Lastly, to simply put it, the feeling of holding and collecting the physical copy is great. You know how some businesses thrive off of the experience and feeling it brings to the customers, like a barbershop? That's what having a physical copy brings me. Plus, people like collecting and getting the pre-order bonuses, so you cannot tell me that there isn't a market for physical copy owners. Besides, there's always a pendulum swing. Right now, digital is king, but over time, things will swing back towards physical. Shouldn't physical copies be around when that happens? You already know I'm Kenwell. I have an Instagram where I post daily gaming news. If that interests you, link in the description box below. Thanks for listening to this essay of a topic, and stay indoors, stay safe, and start using plates.